You know, for almost 100 years, there's been this one book that's like the secret handshake for turning strangers into friends and turning arguments into agreements. Today, we're going to crack open the wisdom of Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. We're boiling it all down to 3 master keys that you can use right now in your own life. Let's do this.
Okay, let's start with a number. 85%. What do you think that is? Seriously, take a guess. Is it, I don't know, the number of emails we ignore every day? The percentage of startups that succeed? It's actually something way more important for your own success.
So get this. According to research that Carnegie himself pointed to, a massive 85% of your financial success isn't about what you know, your job skills, your technical expertise. Nope, it's about your people skills, your ability to lead, to connect, to get people excited. This isn't just some fluffy, nice-to-have skill. It is literally the engine that drives your success.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. John D. Rockefeller, who was one of the richest people in all of history, flat out said it. The ability to deal with people was worth more to him than any other skill on the planet. So the big question is, how do we get this priceless skill? Well, Carnegie gives us 3 master keys to unlock it.
All right, key number 1. This is all about how we first approach other people. Because before you can influence anyone, you have to get this one simple truth about how we're all wired. The way you handle a mistake, the way you give feedback, well, it changes absolutely everything.
So here's the deal. According to Carnegie, criticism almost never works. Why? Because the second you criticize someone, you're attacking their pride. And what happens? They immediately throw up a wall. They get defensive. It doesn't inspire change. It just causes resentment. But appreciation, that's totally different. It's like pouring fuel on a fire. It builds people up, makes them want to do better, and creates incredible loyalty. Let me show you what this looks like when the stakes are sky high.
Picture this. You are the famous test pilot, Bob Hoover. You're in the middle of an air show flying a priceless World War II plane. You're only 300 feet off the ground. That's low. And then, all of a sudden, complete silence. Both engines just die. The plane is now a very heavy, very expensive glider. But through pure, unbelievable skill, you managed to bring it down and land it, saving yourself and the plane.
So your heart is still pounding, you get out, and you find out what happened. It was a simple but almost deadly mistake. Someone filled the plane with the wrong kind of fuel. And when you find the young mechanic who did it, he's just a mess. He's sobbing, absolutely destroyed by what he's done. Now, what do you do in that moment? What do you say?
Hoover didn't yell. He didn't criticize. He walked over, put his arm around the kid, and said that. Can you imagine? Instead of crushing this young man's career and his spirit, he rebuilt his confidence on the spot. Now that is the first key in action. You build people up, you don't tear them down.
Okay, on to the second key. Once we've ditched the criticism, the next big move is to completely flip our perspective. If you want to influence someone, you have to stop thinking about what you want and start thinking, really thinking, about what they want.
This is my favorite analogy in the whole book. It is just so perfect. Carnegie says, look, I might love strawberries and cream, but fish like worms. So when I go fishing, I don't bait the hook with what I like. I bait it with what the fish likes. It's the exact same thing with people. Trying to convince someone by talking about what you want is like trying to catch a fish with strawberries. It just won't work.
So take a second and ask yourself this. When you send an email, when you have a conversation, when you ask for something, are you talking their language? Or are you just talking about yourself? Because the difference in your results will be like night and day.
Check out this real-world example from the book. The first letter is all me, me, me. We want, put us on your list. It's totally self-centered. But look at the second one. It flips the script. It's all about them, a growing bank like yours. I can contribute to your growth. The results? The person who sent the second letter to 12 banks got 11 interviews. The lesson couldn't be clearer. Always frame things in terms of what the other person gets out of it.
And now for our third and final key. This is where it all gets super practical. This is about the small, everyday things. See, real influence isn't about some big, grand gesture. It's about 1,000 little things we do that show other people they matter to us. And it all starts with you.
Look at this list. None of this is rocket science, right? But it is pure gold. A genuine smile, not a fake one, just instantly breaks down barriers. Remembering and using someone's name, oh, that is so powerful. Carnegie says it's the sweetest sound in any language to that person. It says, I see you, and just truly listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk, and giving a little honest appreciation. It costs you nothing. but it builds a bank of goodwill that is absolutely priceless.
This little story just says it all. One day, Carnegie's at the post office, and he just gives the clerk a simple, honest compliment about his hair, and the guy's whole face just lights up. He's beaming. He tells Carnegie how proud he is of his hair. Think about that. A 10-second interaction, a small moment of genuine appreciation, probably made that guy's whole day. That's the power we all have.
So when you put it all together, handle with care, see their view, and start with you, these 3 keys are about so much more than just getting people to like you. They're about unlocking this huge, untapped potential that Carnegie was convinced is hiding inside every single one of us.
This quote right here from the psychologist William James is really the whole foundation of the book. The idea is that most of us are walking around only half awake. We have all these amazing abilities and powers that we just never use. We live our lives way, way inside our actual limits. And that right there is the real goal. These principles aren't about manipulating people. They're a roadmap for waking up those sleeping parts of yourself. They help you find, develop, and actually use those amazing assets that have been lying dormant inside you this whole time.
Carnegie leaves us with this one last powerful thought. We spend so much time trying to change other people, but the most profitable and the safest person you can ever work on improving is yourself. And when you do that, everything else starts to change. So the only real question left is, why not start right now?